Support Kirk Nugent. Geek Speaker Preacher. 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 Geek Speaker Preacher.
Yeah.
Support Kirk Nugent. Geek Speaker Preacher. Geek Speaker Preacher. Geek Speaker Preacher.
Yes, indeed. What's going on, everybody? This is another episode of the Coaching Corner, and I get to serve as your host, Kirk Nugent. One of the things I want to share real quick is a quote that I heard this week while I'm attending Creator Camp, which is done by Ecamm. Ecamm is the product that I use to stream. Ecamm is the product that I use to create a lot of my videos, and I'm actually on location at their conference, or I guess it's a conference that they're having this week here in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Never been to New Hampshire before. It's a little cooler up here than I'm used to. But one of the attendees shared a quote, and of course, right as I'm getting ready to share it, I would forget what that quote is. I got to make sure I get it right. I don't want to just read it random. I want to get it right. It was a really profound quote, and you know I love quotes. I collect them actually. Here it is. They said, "The information age is over. It's over. The information age is over. The implementation age is here." The information age is over, that the implementation age is here. And what the speaker was trying to share with us is like, there's so many avenues for us to be able to research. You got Google, and now you got AI, right? You got ChatGPT, you got Claude, you got Gemini. There's all these ways that we can research. We have so many avenues to collect accurate and actionable information, but we are in an age where there is so little action. There's few people that are actually acting on the information that they've been able to glean, the information they've been able to put together, the information that really should give them a leg up on their counterparts, but they're not taking action. And so the information age isn't necessarily like we've closed that chapter. The information age is ubiquitous. Everyone has access to the information. The challenge is too few people are actually implementing or taking action on the information that they've been able to garner. Another person put it this way: 80% effort will get you 80% results. That seems fair. But when you consider that 100% effort will get you 1,000% results, it makes you realize that the extra 20% is what no one is willing to do. No one is willing to take action on. No one is willing to go that extra mile. Mediocrity has become the order of the day. In fact, one of the notes that I put down underneath this quote is that information is ubiquitous. Action, however, is rare. And so one of the things I want to challenge you today, I see several of you coming in, I see some comments coming through as well online, and I've got a whole group of folks in Zoom hanging out with us today, and they are inside my school community. So if you want to join on Zoom, you want to make sure you go to the link that's in the description, or into the link that I may just drop it into the chat right now. But one of the things I want to challenge you with today as we get into our coaching corner, and we'll take questions, and we're going to take questions from the Zoom room. So if you want to ask a question, you got to make sure you join the community and then jump into the Zoom room. You can do that today. You can do that right now. But one of the things I want to challenge you with is, what is the thing that you've been researching, the thing that you've been preparing to launch? And you use that phrase, that terminology. I'm getting ready to, I'm preparing for, I'm starting, I'm putting the pieces together for this thing. How about, what if you just do the thing, do it unsure, do it unprepared, if you will, do it before you think you're ready? Because what I have found is that it's in the doing of the thing that you gain insight and perspective that will help you to do that thing even better. The more we plan, and I'm a planner, I want to be clear. I've got OCD. I'm a carpenter's son. I believe you should measure twice and cut once, but you shouldn't measure 30 times. You should measure twice. It's time to take action on the thing that you want to achieve, on the thing that you feel you've been called to launch and put out into the world. It's time to actually make moves on that thing so that you can be successful. All right. With that said, I definitely want to bring in my people on Zoom. All right, let's see. Okay. This is going to be interesting. We're going to try and do this a different way. All right, Zoom. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Good afternoon to all my people on Zoom. What's going on with you? You can just come off mute. I see you, Herb. I see you, Tommy. I see you. Am I saying that right? Tomas? Am I saying that right?
Yeah. You can. Yeah. Nice to meet you. Really good to be here. You know how I found you? I found you on YouTube while trying to set up a live streaming, the StreamYard live streaming. I was like, I want to speak to you. But yeah, thanks for doing this. This is really helpful.
I'm glad that we're able to do this as well. And listen, this is going to be twice a month, so absolutely excited to have you with us, man. So yeah, let me see who else we got here. I see Isaiah is with us. Isaiah, what's going on, bro? Always good to have you, man.
What's going on, guys, man? Excited to be here, man.
Excellent.
We met through the same way, through YouTube, and been rocking with my sports channel, and things have been going well, man. Excited to be here.
I mean, I'm glad to hear that. And I see Tracy is with us as well. Tracy, how are you? We just finished up our call earlier, where we got a chance to hang out a little bit. So Tracy, how are things going?
Yeah, great. Thanks. About to hit 25,000 subscribers on my main channel. Developing the other one, and Kirk's been thanks,
Let's
Kirk.
go.
And Kirk's been giving me some advice on the way I'm thinking of setting up courses for my main channel's topic. So yeah, all good, all good.
I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. Okay, I was trying to see if I could bring in, show the people online who I'm talking to, but I don't think it's going to be possible. So anyway, I'm ready to answer some questions. This is what the Coaching Corner is all about. We got a half hour to answer some questions. Talk to me, anybody. This is rapid fire. You can throw the question in the chat, or you can just come off mute and ask. If everybody wants to ask at the same time, then I may have to actually ask you to raise your hands, and we'll do it that way. But I definitely am interested in getting everybody in to ask their questions for today. If you don't have any questions, believe me when I say I can talk. So I will definitely fill the time with something else if need be. But yeah, what do we got today?
I've got a question.
Today? Yeah, sure.
So I'm using vMix, and that's the platform that I work out of. And
Sure.
The biggest issue that I have is usually a lot of the web-based streaming platforms like StreamYard, EVMux. If you're looking at your chat during a stream, they automatically carry over super chats. So you can see through the web app the super chat that's being brought in through YouTube, right?
Right.
Now, I have vMix Social, which is it gives its own IP address, so you can pretty much use your chat anywhere. So I have like a small little Kindle that I bring up my chat logs on while I'm streaming.
Yeah.
My biggest issue is that I cannot differentiate between super chats and regular chats, and it's killing my stream because people want their chats read.
Yeah, especially if they're super chats. So
it's disrespectful.
But in vMix, so how are you streaming? You're streaming directly from vMix to your destination. Are you streaming to one destination at a time or multiple?
Just YouTube.
Okay, so there's a couple of ways to be able to do this. I think the easiest, you're using the tablet to pull up your comments. Is that what you're doing?
Right, because vMix has their own interface for comments. It's called vMix Social, right?
Yes.
So you open that up and it gives you your own IP address for your chat logs. Now you could just open it up in a regular browser on the CPU, but for me, it's too much mouse travel while I'm streaming to go to the chat and bring people down. I'd rather have it intuitive where I can touch and send a comment onto my stream, right?
Yeah.
But it's the same exact thing, but the comments just come through raw. Like they're not colored, they're not tagged, there's nothing.
So but the comments that you're seeing there, you can actually click it and have it show up on the screen. I just want to make sure I understand.
Yes.
So
100%.
So that's the part that's working is that you can click it and show it on the screen. The part that's not working is that it doesn't give you any indication of whether it's a super chat or whatever, it's a question or whatever. It just kind of gives you that generic thing. I used socialstream.ninja when I was working with vMix. I don't know if you've ever used that before. I know it works with EVMux as well. I know that was the platform you were using before, and it definitely gave me a lot more robust comments. And it also allowed me to highlight. It actually allowed me to just have a steady stream because it would auto populate those comments on screen. So as comments would come in, they would pop up, but I could stop it to showcase a super chat. Secondly, you can pop out the chat on YouTube. Since you're only streaming to one destination, you really only have one, chat essentially. You can actually go to YouTube and pop out the chat so that you can just have that on one screen. I do that at my church where we need to have one screen that's just for the chat. So we have a screen that's kind of vertical, and we go to the YouTube page where we're live, but we don't keep the YouTube page up. We just pop the chat out and it closes the page, and it gives us the live, feed of the chat. And you can see, of course, there, it's the same thing what it does on YouTube. It'll put the super chat at the top, and you can see, it has a time frame, like, it kind of counts down as the super chat. If they do $50, it'll be a longer one. If they do, 90 cents, it'll be a very shorter one, but you get the point. Like, it'll show you those. Now, with the YouTube chat out there like that, you can't click it, however. And I think so it's like twofold, right? You want to be able to see the chat and you want to be able to click it so that you can bring it up on screen. Am I correct?
Correct.
So with the part, that is a limitation that vMix really needs to work on, because you need to see the chat and to differentiate, right? To distinguish between what is a super chat, what is a regular chat, what is a question, but you're not getting that currently. And so I don't have a standard way. I don't know of a way other than, because you have to use what vMix is providing to be able to click it. Now, there is a button in vMix that is like a Stream Deck button that's kind of like add last comment. But the problem is, and I know I've seen your streams, and you have, you got a lot of people watching, and the comments can get, pretty fast.
Yeah, I have a lot of comments flying through, man.
Right, right. So the challenge for you is going to be that hitting, add last comment, you may hit it and it'll be like 2 comments below the one you actually wanted to add to screen. So again, like I would normally suggest the Stream Deck option, but really what you really need to use is what vMix is providing. But I didn't know that the chat, the external chat piece that they had didn't give you the indicator of whether it's a super chat, question, whatever. And so that to me is the part but it does work for you to be able to click it, if regardless of whether it's a super chat or not. If you click it, it does show up on screen. Is that right?
Yeah, the workflow is fine. I have the triggers, I have the shortcuts. I went and made my own title generator, so I made my own box. vMix is ridiculous. You can customize everything, but so I have all of that, even the workflow. Right. My only thing is just the differentiation of knowing when I have a super chat and being able to honor that super chat when it's paid, right, by reading it on stream,
right?
Because that's the expectation,
and it's a standard expectation. It's an expectation that they should have. It's an expectation that they should have. I'm trying to do double duty here. Okay, good. I don't want that. All right. So I see some people are commenting over on YouTube. Let me just make sure that I'm able to catch up with some of those comments as well. But yeah, I definitely, I don't know if you have been able to hit up vMix, but I definitely would, because I would imagine that is something that many users are having an issue with. Like that's actually quite a large thing for them not to.
And I'm not too discouraged about it, because I know that I'm not the first one with this problem. So there's got to be a workaround. Right? I'm not the first person that has noticed this. So we just got to find it. That's all.
Good. Listen, GR Houston Jack, good afternoon to you as well. I see Tracy, who is on Zoom. She's also over on YouTube as well. Thank you so much for moderating for us. Rodney Full Circle is out there saying, yes, I caught this live. Finally, I'm excited to have you with us as well. Good afternoon to you as well. Jenner says, good evening. What's up to everybody that's watching online? All right. Anything else, Isaiah? I know you. Listen, I want to say congrats to you as well, man. Your latest couple of videos have been doing phenomenal, and so just wanted to give flowers where they're due, my friend. You're pushing the envelope.
Thank you, man. We just hit 25,000 subs. The last stream that we did is at 26K views. So like the live watch parties and everything they've been taking off. The production is really the biggest part. Like, sports is all about fast moving lights and, being able to have that there. So thank you so much. And your help with everything, with helping me with lighting and Kirk, you've been a godsend, man. So
I'm glad to help, man. Listen, you're living your dream, and I'm living my dream. My dream is to empower and enable people like you to get out there and do it with confidence and do it with at another level. And I think that's your show is an example of that. Like I showed it to somebody else last week, and they were like, "There's no way he's doing all that by himself." I said, "Sir, I'm telling you, I've done a session with this guy. He's walked me around the room. It's him by himself in there. He's doing
It's me. Check out the Coaches Huddle, guys. The Coaches Huddle. Yes. You'll get a chance to check it out, man.
Drop the link in the Zoom chat for us, man. And
I'll drop a link in. I'll drop the last live stream in.
Okay, cool. And then Tracy, maybe if he drops that in there, maybe you can drop that in the chat on YouTube. I know.
I'm much more tame in here, guys. Don't. The content is completely different from how I speak in here. So just give me a break.
Yeah. He's a sports commentator. He's got to have high energy. I see Art joined us as well, man. Art, what's going on, man? I'm glad to have you here with us today, brother.
It's good to be here. I'm just enjoying the coaching that's going on, and
Awesome.
certainly I'm playing around with Ecamm Live and trying to get up to speed, and so I'm trying to learn where I can learn. So fit in
Well,
where I can.
listen, I do want to share this. I mean, this is a Coaching Corner exclusive right here. I'm at Ecamm Live right now, like that. I left the meetings upstairs to come into this meeting room so that I could make sure I still have Coaching Corner this week. And they like I sat yesterday at a table with the two founders, Ken and Glenn, who write the code for Ecamm Live, and they showed me some features that literally had me to get up and walk around the room. It's some amazing stuff coming down the pike. So being able to stream, I'm just sharing this with you guys because it's something that's coming. And they were very free with it, but being able to stream both horizontal and vertical at the same time to two different destinations is what is on the roadmap. And I think that's going to be a game changer for some of us. I mean, if I can stream to YouTube wide and stream to Instagram vertical and have a unique design for both, even though it's one stream, that's going to be clutch. So super excited for that. There's some other things coming that they said I could not mention. But if you're in the community, I might have a little typed up recap. Since we're live on YouTube right now, I don't want to say much more than that. But if you are with us on YouTube, you need to hit that link that is in the description, kirkarnugent.live/school. That's the community. And that's the reason why all these people are on screen with us right now, is because they have joined the community. And every other week, right? So twice a month, we have the Coaching Corner, and we're excited to have it. Tomas, what's going on, man?
Yeah, no, I'm I'm fascinated by your channel and kind of your approach to kind of, your energy to kind of really explain some of the technicalities. I'm just such in the beginning of my journey. So that's
Okay.
my question, my mindset is not coming from a technical point
Sure.
of view. My
Sure.
And I definitely recognize the value of, live, non-live video. I've been in the video space for the last 10 years as a professional.
Sure.
But especially in the context of LinkedIn and, X or whatever, in the professional kind of circles, I'm just trying to kind of come up with the kind of a bit of a strategy that I think the live kind of this StreamYard style weekly format or bi-weekly format, what you're actually doing seems to be like a really good format to do it. I haven't started it yet though. So I guess the reason why I came to this call as a bit of an outsider and someone who recently found you is to really get a bit of your perspective about the mindset that you need in order
Sure.
to launch and in order to get to that rhythm of it, because it feels risky because you can, but what's that mindset shift that kind of you use or to kind of drive that energy forward, and how do you sustain it regularly?
Mhm.
What's the level of preparation as well? Are you over preparing, under preparing? Like what's the, like kind of from a coaching perspective, how would you coach like someone who's trying to start this journey?
Absolutely. And listen, you hit the nail on the head. This is not even a hypothetical. This is I here at this conference for the last 3-4 days. I'm actually not a speaker this year, but I am attending in a I guess I don't know, consultant capacity. I don't really know what to call it. But the last 2-3 days, I've been able to sit with people who are trying to figure out what they should talk about, what should their channel be about, how can they use live, should it be pre-produced, should it, I've gotten a chance to do just exactly what you're talking about for the last couple of days, and it's I love it. Yeah, I love it. I want to say this as well. I love the accent, brother. I don't know where from, but I love the accent. I love accents. My family's from Jamaica. I lived in South Africa for 5 years, so I love accents. So I just love hearing the different nuances of how people speak the English language. But to answer your question, the most definitive way I can answer your question is just to say, listen, it's going to come down to your why. And I don't know I know you've been watching, content on this channel. but I would definitely encourage you to go through the How It All Works podcast, especially from episode 1, 2, 3. We really dive deep on figuring out why you want to create content. And for a lot of people, there is a surface level answer that we give. I'm saying we because I'm including myself in that. There's this surface level answer. Sometimes we want to create content because we want to go viral, or we want to be known, right? But those are surface level. And to be quite honest with you, even if that was the real answer, it's not a deep enough and not a strong enough answer to propel you over the things that you will face, the roadblocks, the setbacks that you will face. Everyone faces them in their journey. So figuring out what that why is the first piece. Why am I doing this? And keeping that ever present before you. Because once you know what that why is, if it's because I want to own my day, and for many of my clients, that's exactly what it is. It's like, man, I don't want to work, I don't want to be in a 9-to-5 hustle anymore. I want to own my day. I want to own my time. I want to go to my kids' games and be present with my spouse. So for many of my clients, that's what it is. But whatever it is, it could be that you want to grow and engage an audience. It could also be that you want to funnel clients to your business. So this could be for marketing. Yeah. It could also be that you want to establish yourself as a thought leader in a particular space. Whatever you find whatever you find as your why, you structure the content to do that thing for you. One of the things when you're getting ready to start out, you want to have a live stream that has segments in it. So for you, it feels natural that you're moving from segment to segment to segment, and it doesn't feel like I just got to, hunker down and talk my way through it. The segments that I normally recommend are starting off with a bit of a rant, something that you're super passionate about, something that you see like your pet peeve. It's like, I can't believe that this is still a thing. And the reason why I don't like it because of this and this and this and this. And people don't know that you really got to look at it this way. And they haven't considered these pieces. Is something that you would just talk about. And you want to make sure you really do something you're passionate about. So I would start off with something like that. As you saw today, when I went live on YouTube, I went live with a quote. And I shared something that I'm absolutely passionate about, something that impacted me. Why I do that is because I'm prioritizing the replay value. I'm prioritizing replay. When somebody watches this on replay, the first thing they get is something that is absolutely bedrock to important to me. And hopefully because of my passion, they see a side of me that they want to hear more of. They also have something that they can take away. So if somebody watches the first 10 minutes of this live stream today, they're going to get that quote. They're going to be challenged. And even if they sign off after that and they don't stay for the whole Q&A, they've gotten something that they can say, that guy Kirk is somebody who is a thought leader. You see what I'm doing? Somebody who maybe I may even need to go and get coached by. So now I'm funneling clients to my business, but I'm even possibly willing to subscribe. And that's me growing and engaging my audience. And so you want to make sure you start off with something that's passionate. After you start off with something passionate, you want to go into, if it's maybe an interview section, if that's what you're going to do, if you're going to have an interview show, or if you're going to have a section where you're going to teach on something, no more than 2 to 3 slides, maybe 4 slides max, where you teach on something. And the slides really aren't supposed to be the star of the show. So you don't want to fill it up with a bunch of verbiage. You want to fill it up with statements that you really want to have impact. So you put a couple of slides up, say, hey, this is what I want to talk about today. Put the slides up, teach on that for maybe another few minutes. That's a second section of this show. The third section of the show could be, and again, I'm just giving you this as a rough template that could help, because again, when you're going live for that first time, it really helps to know that you're going from section to section to section, and you break them up with some visual cues or whatever. But that last segment, third segment, possibly last segment would be Q&A. And if you're going live for the first time, you may not actually have anybody watching, and that's okay. You just stage the quick Q&A, right? This is the time where I personally, I'm not telling you something that I think you should do. I'm telling you something that I have done, where I will say to my son or daughter or my wife, hey, go in the comments section and type this question. And so, all right, let's see what questions we have today. And then the question pops up from Carson Nugent. And I'm like, all right, Carson is asking. And then I go, I got two people in the waiting room. I've just been looking at the camera this whole time. Come on, David Hunt, come on in here. But I go then to the comment, bring up the comment. Now the question is something that I sent to him. I told him to ask me, so I'm staging it. But the question portion of the show is a really good time for people to see you in your zone of genius, to see you handling questions, especially like you.
Yeah.
Like you just asked me this question. There's no way I could have prepared for this question today. My life experience, however, has prepared me to be able to answer the question. I'm just simply sharing in the overabundance of what I have lived from the time I started doing content till now. So when people see that, when people experience that makes a connection. It's like, there's no way you could have prepared for this because it's a question. And those question and answer sections become your final section. And after that, you can move on to closing out the show. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching this on replay, leave me something in the chat. If you've watched all the way to this point, I'm going to give you a little reward. Go to this URL and download a PDF. Whatever it is, you kind of segment it out. And essentially what I've shared with you is a great format for any content, whether it's pre-produced like a YouTube video or it's a live show. You want to start by hooking them, give them something that's tangible, they can sink their teeth in. You want to teach them something. You want them to leave with something tangible as well. It's like, man, I was there for only a few minutes, but I left with something that can absolutely impact the rest of my day, if not my life. But then for them to see you engage in questions. And somebody just said in the chat today over on YouTube, let me see if I can find it. Is it Rodney? Maybe it was. Yeah, Rodney was like, oh my word. Yes, Rodney says, yes, I caught this live finally. So why is he saying that? He's saying that because he's probably caught the live on replay, but he's never caught it live. And so he caught it on replay and he probably watched it on replay and was saying to himself, man, the way that he was engaging with the audience, that's something that I would like to experience when I come on live. And so when they see you answering questions, that gives them a taste of, man, maybe let me mark my calendar for the next time Tomas goes live, because I want to be there when he's answering questions. I want to maybe get a couple of my questions answered as well. Keep that, when you have your bedrock why, you are able to overcome that zero number that's on the screen that says 0 people are watching. That zero number. Sometimes I turn it off. You can in StreamYard and Ecamm and several other platforms, you can actually turn off the viewer count number because it can be daunting. It can be, it can mess up your feng shui. It can mess up your confidence. So you can turn that off. But even if you can't turn it off, when you have a bedrock why, when you know why you're creating the content, you can overcome the fact that nobody's watching right now, because the reason why you're putting out the content isn't to go viral. It's not for vanity metrics. And the reason why they're called vanity metrics, because they're vanity metrics, but it's because you want to have impact and effect on someone. And the highest, I want to say the most critical component to success in content, whether live or pre-produced, is consistency. And one of the major ways that we stay consistent is when we know why we're doing this. And those whys are not external. Those whys are internal to you. I hope that helps, my friend. I hope that helps.
Thanks so much. Yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely. And I'm going to be drop your not necessarily here in Zoom, but in the school community, drop a link to your channel, and I'll be watching, because I'm gonna be rooting for you. I want to see when you go live, for the first time, or when you post your first video, and we want to cheer you on, man, since that's what this community is all about. We want to make sure that we're able to help you get to where you want to be, and then others can do the same as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I see a couple of the people have joined us. David has joined us. Dr. Vibe has joined us here in the Zoom room. I do want to say one thing to a couple of you online as well. I see Darren is with us, Sippy Cup Adventures of Northern California. Hey, Kirk, been a minute, been extremely busy, all good stuff. Love to hear that, Darren. I hope that you will hit that link in the description. You're somebody that absolutely should be inside the community. You've been rocking with us for far too long not to be inside the school community. I would love to have you on Zoom with us right now. So definitely would love to have you in there with us. Okay, cool. And I see Tracy's just kind of chopping it up with him back and forth. That's awesome. Hey, Doc Vibe, David Hunt. David, talk to me. You're here at Ecamm Creator Camp. David's also here. I don't know where you are. Looks like are you right here? Where are you?
I'm upstairs next to the conference.
Oh, okay. All right. So David, what's going on, man? Talk to me. Talk to us about what is. I guess we're seeing you on one screen and we're hearing you on a different one. But anyway, talk to us about what maybe just one takeaway from Creator Camp this week. David is also attending the Ecamm Creator Camp, which is here in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And this is the headquarters of where Ecamm Live, the program I'm using to stream right now, is made. And once a year, they bring some folks in. And David has also been part of this community, one of the moderators on my channel for years. So, David, talk to us. What's the takeaway? Just one takeaway from this week.
One takeaway that I got was to keep creating. I think being in the room helps you to stay motivated and to keep creating.
Man, I can see you. I can see you. You talking, but I can't hear you that well. I don't know if it's just me. It could be just me. But let me know, the rest of you who are in the room, if you guys can hear him. I'm not hearing him well. Yeah, Tracy
It's
said.
kind of loud on this mic.
David, Tracy said, just come sit next to me. Yeah. Just come sit next to me, brother. It might be easier. Just come on down. Come on down. I'll give you a microphone. But yeah. While he's doing that, Doc Vibe, what's going on, man? How things going?
Things are going great, man. Doing a lot of stuff. You must be screaming into StreamYard's ear with all the releases and updates they're doing, man.
I can neither confirm or deny.
Why don't you just say plead the fifth?
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
Right. But I will say the update they did with the QR code.
Yeah.
It's okay, but it's not great because you can't put your own image or logo in there.
So
which is yeah. Go ahead.
Good. Yeah, no, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying, kudos for the update, but it isn't quite where we need it to be. And it's I said the same thing to you. I was talking to Florence about this school update. So school now has this ability to do live video, and it's good, but it's not quite where I need it to be. So I'm still using Zoom, right? Because it's not a full 16:9 video, right? So they're squares, not it's not quite the way that I like it. So it's kind of cropped in. So that's the first thing I don't like. Second thing is, of course, I can't bring in comments from Zoom when I'm using, I can't bring in comments from the school platform into Ecamm. So it's great. It's a great update, but isn't where I need it to be. But I will say there's several updates. One in particular is the one that they have the little question mark next to the comment.
Yes.
They're using AI to intelligently read the comments and determine if it's a question, whether the person put a question mark or a Q colon or not. They can determine that it is a question, and it has been wildly accurate. And so that's a visual cue for a producer to look and see, oh, this one has been designated a question by my platform. You can quickly go and see, okay, how many questions do I have? You can even sort by that thing and bring up just the question. So that one I think is a good one. And it's well thought out. But yeah, I totally agree with you. The QR code one doesn't quite meet the mark.
If I have my permission to interrupt, but that feature they had where it can scroll the comments on the screen clashes with the lower thirds.
Yeah, I don't like that one feature. I don't like
that. It's like going nice feature, but do you look at what it happened? Like it just clashes, like. But not one platform's going to have everything, because obviously there are things that StreamYard does better than other platforms, etc. But I kudos that they're making.
Tracy, of course, he came down. He's showing his Creator Camp cup, but of course he came down, right? He had to. He didn't have a choice. Yeah.
Well, I think, and building on what that, I don't think he's with us anymore. That gentleman's going to go live. I think all of us as creators, we got to enjoy what we're doing.
Yeah.
Whether it's your first live or your 6,000th live, because if we don't enjoy what we're doing, first of all, it's going to impact us, and our audience is going to feel that we don't enjoy it. And if they don't think we're enjoying it, they're not going to be there.
Yeah, yeah. You know, listen, I love this. And Tomas, I don't know if he said he's going to go live. Yeah. But yeah, Tomas, I don't know if you're still watching, but that is a huge component. And again, we go over this in greater detail in the How It All Works podcast when we were talking about some of the reasons why people go live and what are some of the things that not just go live, but to create content and some of the mindset things that you want to have in place. But one of them, it has to be that you're excited about it, that this is something that you're passionate about, because that excitement or lack of excitement comes across in your delivery of the content. So I couldn't agree with you more on that one, Doc. That's good. That's good.
But I want to ask you and David a quick question. And since we finally got you together, the reason, if you can cycle back, why you went live first and why are you going live now? Has that changed in any way?
Okay. This is a good question. So why you went live first and why you go live now?
It's changed.
I have deeper clarity on why. Let me move this over a little bit for the folks online, but I have deeper clarity on why I go live now, more now than I did, of course, when I started. When I first started going live, there's a lot of things that I guess, the term is deeper clarity. There's a lot of things that I did when I first went live. And I did them for the same reasons that I go live now, but I did not know that those were my reasons. Does that make sense? Like, So I went live because I liked that when I was done with the live stream, the video was done. And I didn't realize that I was leveraging video naturally. I didn't realize that I was playing to my own strengths. I didn't realize that I was speaking video in my native tongue. I didn't have verbiage or language for any of that stuff back at that time.
Are you speaking patois?
But
my heritage is from Mo Bay, so I hear you. I feel you.
That means you're in very good shape, man. You find no argument. You find no argument from either of us. David is from Trinidad. You know, we all have seen that some sort.
All right.
You know, we just. Oh, I see it. I'm going to fix it. But yeah, I definitely resonate with. Let me see if if I can just pull it across like that. Look at that. But yeah, I definitely resonate with some of the things. Even it's actually a really good practice to look back at what I was doing, those original live streams, and why I was showing up in that way. To really think about that full circle today as to why I'm showing up and why I'm going live. It's still very much building community. Like, I'm looking at all you guys in the Zoom room right now. I see Tracy, I see Herb, I see Isaiah. David's next to me, but he's also on screen, which is very weird. Tommy's in the chat, in the Zoom room as well. Art is in the Zoom room. And I'm excited to see everybody here. We're building community. We're engaging with one another. We're celebrating one another. Tracy and Isaiah are right around 25,000 subscribers. That's super dope. And just, some of the things that are going, it's still very much why I went live originally, but now today I have deeper clarity on the fact that it works.
Yeah.
The fact that
I see what you did there.
You're
just bringing on how it all works. It makes a difference having that clarity now, so that you're even going to go harder. It's like Kirk was upstairs. He's like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh wait, I thought the thing was at 2:00. So I totally missed
the first one.
Yeah. But having that clarity allows you to say, I cannot miss this time, so that you could people can set their clocks by you.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, Kirk is going live. I gotta be there.
Yep.
And so just being able to share the message that's in your core with the world as it's like burning, it's like fire shut up in your bones.
Come on.
You cannot help but share it. One of the things too that you had asked me earlier about being here at ECAM.
Yeah, we didn't hear you, so go ahead.
Being in the room makes such a difference. It's like Art and Isaiah and Herb and Dr. Vibe and everybody just being in the room allows you to be able to ask questions. I met a guy just recently, he was the chief technical officer for Dell and Motorola.
CTO. Yeah, he's got a show called Diary of a CTO. Yep.
Just like, I would not have been able to meet that
Crazy
guy
stuff.
if I had stayed home.
Crazy stuff.
And actually, he invited me into his school community.
He did as well. Yeah.
So
and I'm definitely signing up. Right.
Absolutely.
Because that was my former, for those that don't know, my former work was CTO, CTO, CIO for some higher ed institutions there in Alabama. So, but yes, these are all people using content, and that's the part that I love. It's the variety of it. Met a guy, I sat with a guy last night who is a physical therapist, and he's going to be using content to walk families through the reality that your parents are getting older. And what you need to be looking for. And I sat there as he was talking. I mean, this isn't getting more relevant than this. As he's talking, I'm thinking to myself, like, my mom does that. Like, wait a minute. She didn't always do like that. He's like, he called it table surfing and couch surfing. And you can see the lines on it because they no longer trust themselves to move around the house as gingerly as they used to. And I'm like, oh, my word, that's crazy. But it's content. We talk about this on the podcast as well. Content is life, and life is content. Some of it we capture, most of it we can't. And the parts that we are able to capture, we're able to learn from it. We're able to go back and replay those and capture. Like even this moment that we're in right now, there was some online, 11 of you guys online, and several of you here in the Zoom room, 7 people in the Zoom room in the school community. But it's a moment in time that we each are sharing together from our different places, wherever we are. So one of the reasons why I absolutely love live. So I thank you for the question, Doc Vibe. That's exactly the type of thing that we want to chat about here. Tommy is in the room. I don't think we've heard from Tommy before, so I want to make sure we get a chance to hear from you today. Tommy, you there? Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Hello, everyone. I am just happy to be here.
We are excited that you're here with us as well. And I think, are we meeting soon? I think we have a one-on-one schedule.
I have to click the link and schedule it.
Okay.
But I am.
But you just recently joined, if I'm not mistaken.
I did.
Awesome.
And thank you so much for the invitation.
We're glad to have you here. Tommy has been rocking with us from back when we were on Kajabi, and I think you bought something, maybe some graphics or a course or something. And we're happy that you made the transition over to the school community as well. And she has access to the larger resource area of downloads and courses and things that we have inside the school community. So we're excited to have you. Just share with us what type of content you're going to be doing.
Oh my goodness. I want to do what you do, but I do remote digital production for churches.
Yes.
Yeah, and I do I have a branded media content, basically branded assets, personal brand photography, graphics, and marketing videos for my clients. And that's where I want to drive. You say, well, what is your passion? What's your reason? What's your passion? And right now, it's to drive traffic to my business.
That's awesome. I'm excited for you. Are you starting, or is this? I know we're going to get a chance to have a one-on-one, but are you starting in this, or is this something you're continuing? How much content do you have out there, or are you still in the launch phase?
Oh, I have I'm gonna say launch. I just think it needs to be a little more organized.
Okay. Listen, I love this. I love the newness of it, and it's like you have people in the room who have been doing this for years. Tracy, Isaiah are people who are, kind of experiencing a little bit of a boom right now, and I love it. You have, everybody has been right where you are, and that's not a bad place to be. And so I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you. They say the best time to start was 7 years ago. The next best time to start is right now. And so
Okay.
so I encourage you, man. I encourage you. But definitely hit that link. My clarity call is designed for you to be able to know your next best step and clear the roadblocks so the plane can take off, right? The runway is clear.
I am a witness.
Okay.
Life changing.
Okay.
And, just being able to have that clarity. I've seen it happen just being in the room Monday night.
Mhm.
There were several people that received the grace of the coaching. And last night as well, too. It was an extensive conversation. It was well thought out, and just being able to see it happen in person was.
He's not wrong. I'm glad you brought this up. Full disclosure, y'all. Was it Monday night? We went with one of the gentlemen. We went so deep that the man actually shed some tears. I mean, because when you find that real why, I mean, it can be powerful. And what he wants to do with content is to basically be for younger men what he never had. And it just kind of took him to a place that it made him very emotional. And it was just a powerful moment. I love that kind of stuff. I love that kind of stuff because when you tap into that space, there's absolutely no hurdle. There's no roadblock. There's no obstacle that he will not overcome to be able to get that content out there because he recognizes that there is a younger version of himself that absolutely needs it. And I just feel like that's so powerful. All right. I do want to just open it up. I don't see any questions online. Educated Natural, thank you so much for hanging with us. Go ahead.
So I just want to add, Kirk, too, you said there, for everyone here that's watching live the replay, when someone asks you why you do what you do, don't be afraid to get emotional about it.
Oh, totally. Thank you so much for saying that. Don't be afraid.
Yeah. Don't, because then the first thing, because when you're speaking, the first person that hears it is yourself.
Agreed.
So don't be afraid to be emotional. Like lots of people now ask, like, why do you do some of the shows you do? And I get emotional at times, and I don't feel afraid to show it because if I don't get emotional about it, why are they going to engage with me at all?
Yeah. And especially for men, I know that, this is across the board what you're saying, but I think for men, it's just, there's this connotation, there's this stereotype, there's this perspective of weakness, and it is not weakness. And so I thank you for pausing there and allowing, we don't skip past that moment. I definitely want to make sure that people understand that there's nothing wrong with that. It's part of life. It is a natural reaction, and it denotes passion. I want to be clear. Passion isn't just you jumping up and down and being, super excited. Passion is when that thing hits hard and you shed a few tears. That's still passion. So thank you for that.
There's a question in the chat.
There is? Talk to me, man. Question, Kirk. What was your takeaway from Ecamm Creator Camp? If I missed it, who wrote this one? I know you wrote that. Oh, are you writing for yourself? I thought you're playing moderator right now. Oh my word, this guy next to me. Before I answer David's very selfish question, the man who's sitting next to me at Creator Camp, I want to see Herb. What you got, man? Herb, I was coming to you, brother. I was coming to you. He's already looking down. He's my Herb. What's going on, Doc? What you got for me? Here we go. He's got it.
I'm going to echo Tomas in the sense of, I've said I'm starting and all that stuff for meeting after meeting of Coach's Corner. And yes, this weekend I have a hour and a half scheduled live.
Come on.
Just like you said in the beginning, just do it,
Just do it.
And if I'm just looking at myself, at least my son signed up, so he'll show up. So.
Dude. So make sure
in
in the community, make sure you put a post in where, just give us the link to the video and let us know what time it is. If I'm at all free, I'm definitely going to show up. So I'm excited for you, brother. And I'm not showing up to judge. I'm not showing up to coach. I'm showing up purely as support, man. So I'm excited for you, man. I know you've been consistent on the Coaching Corner since we opened up things in the school group. You've been consistent with us, and I thank you for being with us. I mean, we got a larger group with us today, and excited about that. But I am excited for you. I know you've been talking about it, and I'm glad that you're putting pen to paper. The rubber is going to meet the road, as they say, because there's no perspective that you're going to get, no insight that you'll have that's more profound, that's more impactful than actually doing the thing. Because you can go back and review, but you never get to review if you've never done it. So I'm excited for you, man. Whatever you got to do. And you know what, the other thing that you did that's really dope is that you told all of us. So now all of us are going to serve as your accountability partners. So in 2 weeks, when we have the Coaching Corner again, we're going to be looking to kind of chat with you. What was that experience like? What are some of the notes? What are some of the takeaways? What did you learn? I think it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. And I hope Tomas comes back, because I think you guys, as you are launching out, man, there's nothing better than being able to know that somebody else is doing this with you. So I'm excited for you, man. And thank you so much for being willing to share.
I wanted to say something to Herb about
Go ahead.
starting. Look, man, like intent has an aroma. You know what I mean?
Wait,
like,
let me get my notes.
You see what I'm saying?
My notes.
Like,
Go ahead. Come on, Isaiah. Come on, talk to me.
And you gotta understand that the name of the game is that they're watching us, not the other way around. And that's where I see where content dies, where you watch somebody online and you can tell that they're waiting for somebody to watch them. So all they're doing is they're distracted. They're not really in their content. They're not really in their subject matter. What they're doing is they're like talking about their subject matter and then checking to see who's there. Talking about their subject matter and then checking to see who's watching. And really what you need to do is you got to it's almost like you got to treat your stream like it's a child. You got to get prepared for all of the things that could happen. So you don't have time to worry about the cream. You got to worry about insurance. You got to worry about vaccines and shots. And what that looks like is when you streaming, bruh, you got to worry about if your equipment fails, how do you fix that while you're streaming? That doesn't work unless you stream, right? You got to worry about knowing how to get through your segments, all right? And being able to not trail off and stick to the topics. That doesn't happen if you don't stream. You got to learn how to be able to give yourself Q&A, to be able to challenge your own topics, stay on topic with what you're given. That does not happen if you don't stream, all right? The last final product to what you're doing, the graduation of it all, is the viewer, right? That's the end of it. But the process, you got all of that to work on, right? So don't look at it as I'm nervous because I don't want to start unless people are watching me. Man, you lucky. You get to get out there and nobody's going to see you fuck it up. Excuse my language. You see what I'm saying? You get to get out there and make your mess ups. You get to get out there and talk your topics and hone your skills. Go back and watch yourself. And then when you start getting viewers, when you start finding your voice, it's going to be organic. You see what I'm saying? It's not going to be contrived. It's not going to come off like this is just somebody who's click farming. He just wants people to watch him. So you need this. Little do you know, you need this time. You need this time to talk into the abyss and nobody's watching. You're talking to yourself, right? Because when you get 2,000 people watching you, you're gonna need that bubble of feeling what it remembers to be like when it was just me. So when I'm in a live stream and I had 800 to 1,000 people yelling at me, I got super chats flying all over the place. There's a calm that I have because I remember starting it when it was nobody there. It's just me and the camera.
Come on.
All right. So I know how to be smooth when it's tons of people pulling at me, when I got Twitter on me, YouTube on me. I'm trying to get comments. I'm following the game. I'm working my production. All of that comes to me smoothly because when I first came on, man, it was 10 people in here, bro. And those were my dogs. I got a core group.
Yeah,
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got a core group that can laugh at me and talk about all of my technical issues where I didn't know how to work my mic for 30 minutes and they laughed at me the whole show. Like, that stuff happens. You gotta have your lumps. You gotta get your stripes, right? There ain't no easy way to do this, bro. So, welcome. You know, all of us are special in our own way because we want to tell our voice. That's what content is for. You got to be a special type of person to get on camera and want to give your point of view. You know what I'm saying? So you got that down, all right? But all the rest of this stuff, it'll fall in place,
It'll fall in place.
It will.
No, Isaiah, man. Thank you, bro.
I was fire.
Thank you. Thank you. This is gold. And this is one of the reasons why I really love the group sessions is because, it's the experiences. It's the experiences of what you've gone through. In fact, while Isaiah's mic is unmuted, we got a guy in the chat that David has been chatting with, Rodney, Full Circle. And David is telling him because he doesn't have, funding. Right now, several of the other platforms are out of his budget. So he was asking about OBS. David just recommended to him EVMux. And I know that you've moved on, but at least for a while you were using EVMux. So you can kind of speak to...
I'm using it now.
Okay. Dr. Vibe is using it now as well. That's right. I forgot you did make that switch. So Rodney, you got two people on screen right now who are already using EVMux. And so that price point might be within your range, and that could be something you get started with. And then over time, you may grow and decide to move on to something else like Isaiah has. But several people that I'm working with are still on any of these platforms. I know that OBS is free, and a lot of people, that's where, their tendency is to just kind of go that route because it is free. But I just operate under the principle that I would not give to the Lord anything that cost me nothing. Can I say that? Is that okay? Is that okay, David? I just feel like we have to get out of the space where we are utilizing anything that is free, because in these technology streets, it's going to come back to bite you. Let me give you an example. I sat with a guy yesterday here at the Creator Camp. He had 83,000 people in his Facebook group.
How many?
83,000 people in his Facebook group. His group was deleted by Facebook.
Yep.
And it's gone. And so he was talking to me, and I said to him, my guy, how much were you paying Facebook for that group? He's like, well, what do you mean? It's a Facebook group. It's free. I'm like, yeah, so it's free. Yeah, I see your point. You see what I'm saying is like, you don't own it. If it's free, it costs you nothing. And if it costs you nothing, you have no assurance, no guarantee that thing is going to be available tomorrow. When you pay for something, you actually have a guarantee. So yeah. Go ahead, Isaiah.
So I've been on just that. All right. So I have some friends of mine who I do content creation with through sports, right? And they're professionally linked through media outlets, and they kind of like do YouTube as like an offshoot, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people are
doing that now. Yep.
They're kind of crossing over, right? So a lot of guys that work for ESPN that I know, they have like in Sports Illustrated, they've got their own YouTube channel. So particularly one of my boys, Grant Cohn, he has like over 200,000 subscribers, right? So it's like a crew of 5 of us, and he's kind of like the lead dog. But one thing that we're starting to realize is he's very transparent with us on like how much money he knocks down, what he's pulling in with the channel, right? And he started realizing that there was a cap, right? Like starting to say like, YouTube, when you're up here, it doesn't matter when you're kind of like in the 80,000s, maybe 100K. But once you get to like 200K, that split that YouTube takes out of your ad revenue, it starts to become a real issue. Like you notice it. Right? So one thing that we started thinking about and actually started doing in small steps is we started figuring out a way how to start getting our intellectual property from YouTube, which means that when you have a subscriber, they're really attached to like their YouTube channel, right? They're not really, YouTube's kind of like the middleman.
Come
However,
on.
you don't really have their email, their contact information, how to really get to them, because that's your subscriber. That's your user, right? YouTube is just in the way of that. So what we started doing was we started setting up on YouTube our shows and put them on Patreon.
Put on Patreon.
And started advertising to go to Patreon for our shows.
Mm-hmm.
And that way we can actually start keeping the intellectual property of the people that are following us, i.e. subscribers. So now, once you get people that are in a paywall that are willing to pay monthly for what you give versus your shows and your outlets through Patreon, then the whole world opens up. You can go merch, advertisements, special documentaries, and things of that nature. So, and then what we started doing is taking what we're doing on Patreon and then releasing it on our YouTube channels as an advertisement to start pulling more people to Patreon. So like that's kind of like the game that we've been on now.
Right there.
You're hitting the nail on the head. You know, as you're saying this inside Zoom, which is in the school community, which is off YouTube platform, because I don't own, I don't have direct access to those subscribers who are on YouTube. And this is why, if you're watching on YouTube, I love you, and I'm glad you're watching. But the only link that's in the description of the video that you're watching on right now is kirkrnugent.live/school, because I want you to come over to school where I can actually engage you at a deeper level. And you can see that engagement right now, because you're looking at the screen and you're seeing several people. There's 7 people on screen with us right now. Seven devices are connected to Zoom right now that we're able to engage real time. And these are what you're talking about is talking about fully owning your impact. That's part of some of what I teach and what I do when we talk about the A-list digital footprint. You've got to own your impact. I work with people all the time. They guest on the podcast, and as soon as their face is on the flyer, that podcast does well. Right? They're hosting a show on some other channel or whatever. That joint does well. Don Lemon left CNN, and within a month, he's at 850,000 subscribers. He always had the impact. He just didn't own it before. He owns it now. He is in the process of owning it now. And this is part of that. This is part of the thing that you got to be thinking about. Really, listen. This coming Sunday on the How It All Works podcast, I'm going to have Rita Mitchell on. Rita Mitchell is the CEO of Onyx Star Media, and if you've never heard of the Onyx family, they have combined 19 million subscribers and billions of views. These people have their show and their content is in Delta's app in the plane. Like they went and did announcements with Dr. Fauci during the pandemic. These are people who have really owned their impact. And we have a really candid conversation about making content into a business. And so I resonate with everything you're saying, Isaiah. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think you guys are doing what needs to be done, because yes, the subscriber count is great. And yes, the ad revenue, that when it hits, it's nice. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining about it. But at the same time, I want to make sure that if these platforms ever decide to make a shift or a change and go away, I still have a way to be in communication and in contact with several of you. There are many people who watch my channel, watch my stuff. If I don't put a video out, if I don't go live, I can't get in touch with you because you haven't signed up for my mailing list. You're not in the school community. And so you see what I'm saying? These are the challenges that we face. And if these platforms make any changes, we're at their mercy. And that's not where you want to be.
Mercy.
You're at their mercy. So I know we're a little over time, but I do want to catch a couple of these comments here that are on YouTube. I think Rodney he really appreciated your comment, Isaiah. So thank you for that. In terms of just using the platform. Educated Natural is saying to him, don't do free EV Mux, especially if you plan on having intros, outros, graphics, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, there's a number of pieces there. I like to see the back and forth. You have to build an email list. Yup, Educated Natural says you got to build an email list. That's where your power is. Never completely build on land you don't own. Come on. Come on. Come on. I love this. Yeah. Isaiah was in his bag today, bro. We got Isaiah, you got to be here regularly, my friend. We need more of this. We need more. Based on my experience, you can't depend on any of these platforms to be reliable income source. Monetization payments is very fickle. It can be. You're right. Listen, I love to see the back and forth in the chat. And I think that there is some realizations there as well. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to type the link. And I'm going to challenge some of you guys to head on over kirkrnugent.live/school, and you will be able to click the link when I post it in the chat right now. Click that link. I'm gonna try and pin it. Just trying to do things on the phone, it can be a little bit challenging. But the link is pinned now. kirkrnugent.live/school. Head over there. Join the community, y'all. There is resources in the community that it's not possible. I can't make a PDF download available on a YouTube video. I just can't, but I can in the community. And so this is a space where I'm able to engage a little bit differently. I'd love for you to be able to join us. And I'm going to tell you right now, we celebrate one another. We will not always do a simultaneous live. Like, I don't have to be live on YouTube right now. I could just be talking to my Zoom room and giving them the full attention. And there were going to be weeks where that's exactly what I do. So I want to make that clear that the Coaching Corner is back. It's going to be every other Wednesday. But some of those Wednesdays will just be in the school community. And this group that you see on screen right now, those will be the people that I'll be talking with. And I would love for you to join us, but I'm just trying to make those baby steps towards ensuring that we have direct access to one another. And I would love for you to join us for the journey. So I'm excited for each and every one of you. I hope that you'll join. That's one of the reasons why we did the simultaneous stream today. Any last final things before we go, man? Any other questions? Anything else anybody wants to share? Even as you guys are thinking, I want to say a word of thanks to each and every one of you, those who are online, those who are watching on Zoom. Yep, I see you, Doc Vibe. This is what the Coaching Corner is all about. Go ahead.
Two quick things. For people who want to do monetization, you don't have to have big numbers.
You don't have to have big numbers.
And, I've been doing a show for fathers for the last few years, and I think our total mailing list is no more than 3,000 people. And that relationship has generated our organization 6 figures.
Talk about it.
Because we're aligned with what they're doing. Mm-hmm. And then for all the content creators out there, make sure you give yourself grace.
Give yourself grace. So good.
That's what I want to leave with. Make sure you give yourself grace.
That's gold, sir. That's gold. Oh man, Tracy, anything else you want to share? The people in the Zoom room, you guys can stay around for a second, even as I close it out online. But I want to, if there's anything else you guys want to say before we close it out online, I just wanted to give you that opportunity.
Nothing in particular from me, because we've been chatting a lot already, other than I think it's pretty awesome that I managed to summons David for you.
Easy. Thank you. Listen. I want those who are seeing this interaction for the first time. We've been rocking together for a very long time, y'all. Like Tracy, David Hunt, Florence. These are some of my moderators on the channel. Dr. Vibe has been rocking with us a long time as well. This interaction that you see, you're getting a window into a world that we'd love for you to join. And so again, the link is pinned. Look at that. Mike Tones just said, joining now. Got questions. How important are hashtags? Hey, Mike is my barber in Huntsville. Oh, wow. This is my barber in Huntsville. And every now and again, listen, if you ever, he always got me looking right. Always got me looking right. I saw him right before I got on the road to go up to Indiana last Friday. So, but hey, Mike, I'm heading home tomorrow, brother. I need to come get a haircut. But yes, how important are hashtags? They are still critically important. It is more of a confirmation thing than it is a directional thing. When you post a video to YouTube, I said this to some folks yesterday, and they were looking at me like they'd never heard it before. I thought it was common knowledge, so let me say it again. You post a video to YouTube, you want to give it 48 hours before you publish it. You want to give it 48 hours before you publish it, because what you're doing is you're giving YouTube an opportunity to crawl that video. Crawl is a term that search engine optimization folks use. When Google crawls a site for the first time, what it's doing, it's looking to see what's on that site. When it crawls a video for the first time, it's looking to confirm that what you said the video is, that it actually is. YouTube can pull the transcript, and when it pulls the transcript, it knows what the video is about more sometimes than we do. Because until recently with AI, we didn't even have the ability to get the transcript from the videos prior to. So you give it time. When you give it time and you put, your tags and your title, your description, all of those things are speaking to the algorithm. The algorithm is basically saying, okay, yeah, I see where this video should be placed. When you give the algorithm that time, I like to give it at least 48 hours for it to crawl the video, so it has a good idea of who to suggest it to when that video actually goes live. Now, with a live stream, one of the things that you can do is you can actually schedule the live stream at least 48 hours before you go live. Because when you do that, you are also giving YouTube an opportunity to know, based on your description, based on your title, that's all you've got because you don't have a video, but based on those things and your tags, who this video is for, and it can suggest that live stream to those who may organically come in contact with your content. It will always, within reason, it will send the notification to your subscribers, but it may not send to all of them. I don't know how it picks. Sometimes it has noticed that I've suggested it to this subscriber before and they didn't watch, but maybe it wasn't a good time for them and they just stopped suggesting. I don't know how that part works. Some of it is an enigma to me, but when it comes on to the organic recommendations and suggestions that the algorithm does, you're giving it time to know who to give it to if you do give it at least 48 hours before you publish. So are hashtags still important? Absolutely. And I thank you. I thank you for the question, Mike. Mike, it's my boy. Man, listen, I had a picture of Mike and Carson from when Carson was like 6 or 7. Man. Oh, wow. It's like so crazy. And now he's taller than both of us. So for those that don't know, Carson is my son. Listen, fam, for those of you online, I can't thank you guys enough for coming and hanging out with us today. It has been an absolute pleasure. My guy, David Hunt, is with us. And we've got a whole Zoom room. I'm going to go back to them in just a second, but I just wanted to say a word of thanks to all of you. He's got 15 of you guys on the live. I'm going to just ask one last time. Let me see here. Heard of this before, Kirk? Oh, okay. He says, oh, never heard of this before, Kirk. Okay, I will try it. Yes, definitely. Hike Tones, thanks for the question. Tracy says that. Thank you for that. Just making sure I haven't missed anything. I just want to make that one last plea, that one last push. If you're watching this on replay, go ahead and drop a comment below that says replay squad or just replay or RP, whatever. Just drop a comment below. Let me know that you watched to this point. If you watched to this point of the video, I have a special gift for you. And I just comment below the video replay, and I will actually respond to your comment with that special gift. It's your boy, Kirk Nugent, the Geek Speaker Preacher. Thankful for your time and attention. I'm joined today next to me with my boy, David Hunt, the minstrel, the musical genius himself. We're super excited to be able to have yet another Coaching Corner session. We hope that you'll join us for the next one. We hope that you'll hit that link in the description and in the pinned comment below, kirkrnugent.live/school, so you can join us over in the community and we can engage at a deeper level. Be blessed, family. Go with God, and we'll see you in the next one. Grace and peace.